Cook, they called me in a low voice. I just hummed in response. You're my husband, he said like he was reminding me, and I smiled before answering. And you're my wife, I said from the bottom of my heart. They immediately looked up at me, and his eyes were light up. So, you accept our marriage? They asked, and I can see that hope were filled in his eyes. Yes, I said, and stalking his cheeks. He was smiling, kissing my cheeks. Never leave me, they said, and I looked down at him. I won't, I said, almost immediately, and kissed his head, and they held me tightly. He was lying on my chest, and I held him closely by wrapping my one arm around him and the other one on his head, playing with his soft hairs. I never feel like before, like I was right now. They and I spent a beautiful night together. They pour his love and fill my heart. I haven't felt this much love, but tonight I feel the love and it feels so blissful. And right, I can't explain. For the first time I was nervous and afraid to do anything with him. He was so delicate that I don't want to break him. I was about to break out, but they didn't let me go. That confession his true love. And I couldn't help myself, but before I claimed it, I accept him as my wife and made up my mind that I will never leave him and erase that divorce thing because now he's mine and always be. I'm not going to agree for the announcement anytime soon. For that, I have to control they and I know they will do anything for me. Cook, I love you. They said again and a smile would come to my lips. In the last few hours, he kept telling me how much he loved me. I kissing my old face, and every time he does that, my heart blooms with happiness and joy and pride. I didn't say anything in return because I know if I love him or not, I do want to confess anything fake. They place a kiss on my bare chest above my head and look up while cupping my face. With his one hand, he said, You know, I truly want to say that I love you too, Tay, but I know you don't. Honestly, it's full good that you don't anything that you mean it. I always accept to be honest. I smiled and nodded and placed a peek on his lips. My eyes went to the clock and it showed 5 o'clock in the morning. It's mean everyone will wake up. They, I think you should go, I said and they held me tightly. No, I don't want to, they said pouting and I stared at him. No, I can't let him know about this. If anyone saw us in our room at this hour, no way. But you have to, I said strictly and saw his eyes were getting wet and I sighed. Hey, baby, I don't want anyone to see us in one room at this time. Can't you do this for me? I said softly, making a puppy face. I'm not a baby, they went, and tears were escaped his eyes and I burst out into a laughter. And all this time, you only hear words. Yes, you are, I said and said while taking him to make me understand, and that slips were the cover for his body. They immediately cover his body with the sheets. My crybaby, I squeezed his cheeks. Cook, they slapped my hand and I chuckled while hugged him. Cook, I don't want to go. I want to sleep in your arms. Please, they pleaded and signed in frustration and moved back. I'm telling you the last time. Go. Don't make myself repeat. Don't you understand if anyone sees us that? It will make it a big deal and I don't want this. I said rudely and a little louder and they flinched in my voice and moved back and many tears were left his eyes, making my heart was tightened. But I ignored this. First, I have to control my own feeling before I control him. I told myself and look away. They felt his heart was clenched as his word. He really wanted to spend the whole night with him. But he didn't want this, so they moved back and looked for something to wear. They ripped his dress last night, so he didn't have any dress. They looked down, and he was not looking at him. They again roamed his eyes and landed on Jungkook's shirt. They slowly but carefully held in that and get out of the bed. Jungkook looked at him and saw him picking his shirt. What are you doing? He asked and got out of the bed. You ripped my dress, they whispered and blushing, and a smile made the way to his lips. They can feel his gaze and that made his cheeks were even heated up. Can I wear this? They asked innocently, making Jungkook smile wanted. Okay, he said, and they looked up at him and started walking toward the bathroom. Where are you going? Jungkook asked, and they didn't turn. Bathroom. For shower. They tried and he nodded and said, Okay. They went inside the bathroom after taking a shower. He wore his shirt and looked at himself and palmed his face. The shirt only came to his mid-thigh. They huffed and rubbed his face. Cook, they called him after himself for a few minutes. He hummed for the response. His eyes were closed. Can you please give me your any trousers? They asked hesitantly, and a chuckle escaped his mouth. At that, adorable. He opened his eyes and jumped off the bed and went toward the wardrobe. Taking out his trouser, he walked toward the washroom. Take this. They started hearing his voice behind the door and was feeling disappointed when he didn't reply, but hearing his voice he smiled. Opening the door, slightly they held his hand, but instant giving the trouser, he held his hand and pulled it out, making the gaps out loudly. Jungkook looked at him head to toe again, admiring his beauty. Cook, leave me, they implored, blushing. You're mine, they, and you don't have to be shy in front of me. He paused and come closer to his ear. There is nothing I haven't seen yet. The gaps, and pull him closer, feeling embarrassed, and Jungkook burst into a laugh. You're so dirty, they said, looking away from him. And you loved this dirty man all night, he said and smirked, causing Taehyung's cheeks were redder due to his hurt blush. Still, am I dirty? He asked, raising his brows, and they nodded without looking at him. Okay, I'm not going to give you this trouser, he said and turned to go. Cook, please. They held his arm and turned him toward him. Am I dirty? No, you're not. You're the most decent person I have ever seen. They lied, like he meant it, and Jungkook held back his laugh. Really? He asked, and they nodded hurriedly. Okay then, take it. He gave them the trouser, and they ran into the bathroom. It took that not before hearing that laugh. After coming back, they grabbed all the dresses and put them into the bucket. I will take this in the morning, they informed him, who was busy staring at him. He saw their dull face and he turned to go. Cook, I don't want to go. I want to sleep in your arms. Please. The voice would echo in his head. He called him and they stopped and turned Jungkook, who got up for the bed and went in front of him, holding his both hands and kissed it, and a small smile would come to his lips. I'm sorry that I couldn't let you sleep with me, but he paused and picked her in his arm, making thick gaps. I can take you to your bed, he said and walked out of the room. They smiled and wrapped his arms around his neck. You know, sometimes you look adorable and cute, they said while squeezing his cheeks. Oh please, I'm not adorable and cute. I'm hot, he said and they giggled. That's you are, they said while squeezing his cheeks. Don't do this, he whimpered and pulled his face away. I will. They didn't let him go and continued squeezing his cheeks. He won, they said and giggled while his cheeks brought that voice closer and rubbed his nose and kissed the tip of his nose. Jungkook smiled and shook his head. Jungkook wanted no one to know that they had spent their night together, but God had their other plans because someone has witnessed this night, and that someone was Miss Jeon. She was walking toward the kitchen when she saw Jungkook was coming out of his room, taking Taehyung in his arm, while they wore his clothes, proved everything. They both were lost talking and laughing with each other. They didn't notice her presence. Oh god, this is not right. They're married, but it's wrong. I have to do something soon. She made up her mind and walked away from there. Jungkook stepped into Taehyung's room and lied him to the bed. He covered his body with that sheets and removed his hair stand from his hair and struck his cheeks. Thank you so much for the best gift. This is my best birthday, he whispered while kissing his lips, and they smiled. Please sleep for a while, he requested, and they nodded. Good night, my love, he said, and smiling, and they would giggle a little. Kissing his forehead, he walked out of his room. Everyone came to the breakfast table except they and Jungkook. Where's Taehyung and Jungkook? Asked Jeon. Appa, did you forget you gave him permission to go for his birthday party at night? Jimin reminded him, and he nodded as he remained. Oh, yeah, you're right. But he asked. Don't know, he must be up at this time, but today I didn't see him. Jimin shrugged, and Jin got up from the chair. I will check on him, Jin said. For his little brother, they didn't talk him properly after today. They keep his distance from Jin, and that hurt Jin, but he gave his brother some time, cause this is the first time they anger at him like this. Jin didn't want to reign that remaining peace. Wait, as Jeon stopped, as Jin turned to go. What happened? Jin asked and turned toward Miss Jeon. Nothing, son. It's just that. Let him sleep. It will come when he wake up. Miss Jeon said, breaking eye contact. She felt guilty because of his son. She knew they was innocent and needy and loved. They love her, and Jungkook could manipulate him easily. So he felt guilty that this house was injustice what happened to Jin's little brother. Their disrespect and full right. Didn't think about it for a few minutes before sitting on the chair again. I came out of my room at 12 p.m. and really felt embarrassed because I didn't sleep like this before. And I came to the kitchen for the sake of stomach, which is crumbling since I woke up. I saw a maid for preparing coffee at this hour. For whom? I asked, and she looked up at me. For you and the young master, she said. But I didn't tell you to make coffee for me, he said. But I did, he said, and replied, and I looked at Cook, who was on the door frame grinning at me while his arms were folded on his chest. Oh, I said and turned my back to him, suddenly feeling shy to face him, 'cause last night event for prepare on my mind, making my cheeks were red like beetroot. You can go, Cook commanded him, and she did, as she said. Not only me and Cook were all alone. I heard him footsteps closer were coming to me, making my heart was running faster, and the next step he wrapped his arms around my stomach, and behind, he put his chin there. Did you sleep well? He asked, and my face was flushed. I responded, but my voice had stuck in my thought. So, my life is shy to face his husband, he whispered in my ear while nibbling my earlobe. Cook, will you please stop doing this? I pleaded, because it made me lose my senses easily. Why? Can't control wifey, he said and whispered while placing a kiss on my neck, so I could feel him smirking. Don't cook, I whispered while biting my lips. He turned me toward him and trapped me between him and the kitchen counter. I will, he said, and brushed his face on my neck and started kissing me, while my eyes were closed by their own. I told you not to come in front of me after the shower. His husky voice was calm, and his kisses I wrapped my arms around his neck and entangled my finger in his hair. He parted my neck, earning, I'm one for me. Cook, I'm one, and he immediately moved back only to crush his lips on mine. I kissed him back, and deeper we kissed. We kissed for a few minutes before we pulled back, and he put his forehead on mine. So my husband is being romantic, I said, and grinning. If only a beautiful wife like you was in front of him, he said, grinning back, while kissing his nose. Did you eat something? He asked, and I shook my head. No, I'm not hungry, I said while pouting. I was really truly hungry. I'm hungry too, he said while coming closer to me, and I moved back, knowing his attention. Cook, I want food. But I want you, he said, putting, and I slapped his chest playfully while he chuckled. Okay, take this. He gave me a cup of milk, and I glad to take this. I will make something for you, he said, and I looked surprised. And why you doing this? I said, quite curiously. Because he came to my ear and whispered, you gave me the best gift last night, so in return, I can at least do this for you. You just sit here, he said, pulling me and hold my hips and make me sit on the counter, and he made that something for me. And after, it felt like an hour he finally made a sandwich for me and served me. I took a bite and won. It's delicious. I complimented. More than me, he asked while coming closer and put my hand on his chest, making a distance. Cook, tell me, you know how to cook? I asked. I only know how to make this sandwich. Once I went to picnic with my friends and there I learned how to make these sandwiches from one of my friends. So you're the second one who was the lucky to taste my sandwich after my friends, he explained, and I smiled looking at him. Now give me one bite, he said, and I pulled back my sandwich and shook my head. I made it for me. So this is mine, I said and glared at him playfully. And you're mine too, he said and grabbed my waist and pulled my sandwich in front of his mouth. Cook, don't, I went, but he bited his neck like he wants some war. I have to look away. Oh, cutie pie, don't be angry, he said and squeezed my cheeks while laughing looking at my annoyed face. I was about to give him the piece of mind, but we were interrupted by a thought who cleared his voice, and Cook immediately moved back, and I jumped a dime in front of the counter and looked back to see Mama, who was looking at me blankly. Mama, Cook said while snatching his back off his neck, feeling embarrassed, but Miss Jeon would cut him off. Cook, today is your birthday party, so your upper need your help. Go, she said and turned to me. And Jimin and Jin call you. They bought some dresses for you. They are waiting for you in Jimin's room, he said. If she saw us, I asked in frightened, but he signed looking at me. We are doing nothing, which she shouldn't not see. So, don't worry, Cook shrugged and glared at my sandwich. Finish this, don't waste my hard work. Never, I said in determination, smiling, and took a bite of my sandwich. Who was the first one who tasted your sandwich? Lisa, I asked,